In question number 59, main difference between stationary and progressive waves is asked. Stationary and progressive waves differ by the fact that stationary waves do not transmit energy, while progressive waves transmit energy. So the main difference between stationary and progressive waves is that stationary waves do not transmit energy, while progressive waves transmit energy. In question number 60, effect of increase of temperature on Fermi level and N-type materials is asked. Relation for Fermi energy is given as EF is equal to EC minus KT log of MC over ND. Here EF is the Fermi level energy, EC is the energy of conduction band, K is the Boltzmann constant, T is the temperature, MC is the effective density of states of conduction band, and ND is the concentration of donor atoms. And if temperature is increased, then this term will increase, and due to this minus sign, the Fermi level will drop. So due to increase of temperature, Fermi level in N-type material moves downward. In question number 61, the statement is given as a body of mass m moving with velocity v collides with a body of mass 2m which is at rest. We have to calculate the velocities of object after the collision. So suppose this is our mass m which is moving with velocity v. Suppose this is mass m moving with velocity v and it collides with a mass 2m which is initially at rest, and after collision suppose this m moves with velocity v1 and the object of mass 2m moves with velocity v2. First we will use the law of conservation of momentum. Before collision this is moving with velocity v, so initial momentum is mv. As this was at rest, so the momentum is 0, and the final momentum for this object is mv1, while for this object it is 2mv2. And we can write this equation in simple form as v is equal to v1 plus 2v2. Let's name it equation number 1. As in the statement it is given that the collision is a head-on collision, so we can use the property in head-on collision the difference in final velocities is equal to the initial velocity of object, that is v2 minus v1 is equal to v. Let's name it equation number 2. If we solve simultaneously these two equations, that is equation 1 and equation 2, we have our v1 as minus v over 3 and v2 as 2v over 3. So the object of mass m move with velocity minus v over 3 after the collision, and the object of mass 2m moves with velocity 2v over 3 after the collision. So answer to question number 61 is minus v over 3 and 2v over 3. In question number 62, the statement is given as a body has mass m and moving with velocity v collides with a body of same mass and velocity v over 2. After collision they stick together, their combined velocity will be. This is a relatively simple question that an object of mass m is moving with velocity v, so the initial momentum of this object is mv, and another object of same mass moves with velocity v over 2, so the momentum of this object is mv over 2. When they collide they stick together, that is their combined mass is now m plus m and their combined velocity is, let's suppose, v prime. If we solve this equation for v prime, we will get v prime as v prime is equal to 3v over 4. This is the combined velocity with which these objects move after the collision. And this is the end of our available questions of 2017 paper. In few days I will start uploading the previous paper of 2015, and At this point, I would like to thank you for watching it, and I will wait for your feedback in the comment section. Also, if you have any other MCQs, questions or problems related to your preparation for PPSC, kindly write them in the comments. Thank you again.